Okay then, welcome to this look at how to play the unplugged version of Layla by Eric Clapton. Now, this song is written in 12/8 timing, which is a timing that might not be familiar to some of you. So what I'm going to do to start with is just sort of explain what that means. If you're already familiar with 12/8 timing and if you're already familiar with how to do swing type rhythms, then feel free to skip ahead in the video. I'll put some time codes down in the description, so if you want to just get straight on to playing the intro proper, then feel free to skip ahead at this point. But for those who don't know then, 12/8 time is where you split the bar into 4 beats, and each of those beats is done as a triplet. So you end up with a count of 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. And what we're doing there is we're just playing the beat, we're missing out the trip, and we're playing the lut at the end to give us a swing rhythm. So you'll get this kind of thing going on. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, and that gives you a swing rhythm. So the chords we need for the intro section and also for the choruses are a D minor, and I'm deliberately doing the D minor with my first, second and my little finger. That's because I'm going to be using my third finger to play the A string in just a minute. So we have D minor, we have a B flat. This is done as an A-shaped bar chord with the first finger on the first fret. And then we also need a C chord, which is done exactly the same way, just sliding that chord up 2 frets, so the first finger is now on the 3rd fret. Okay, so this is the basic rhythm of the song. Okay, so what I'm doing there is I'm going bass, up, down, up. Then again, bass, up, down, up. That makes 1 bar. So you do half a bar of the D minor, half a bar of the B flat, half a bar of the C, and then another half bar of D minor. Okay, so that'll give you. Okay, so we'll start the rhythm, the intro proper now. I suggest you have a go at getting the hang of playing that rhythm first before trying the intro, but we'll go into that now proper. So the intro starts on the D minor chord. We've got this 3rd finger free at the moment, and that's going to be used to play the 3rd fret of the A string. So we're going to start with the open A. We're then going to play the 3rd fret of the A. We're then going to strike the chord. And I'm deliberately not playing the top E string there, I'm just sort of playing the middle few strings of the chord. Okay. Then going to do that chord again, this time with an upstroke. We play the 3rd fret of the A again. We go to our B flat, we're going to play a down, and then up, down. Move over to the C chord, play a bass note on the 3rd fret of the A. And then we're going to go down, up, down. Move back to the D minor, play the bass, and then an upstroke. No, it'd be a downstroke, sorry. Okay, so let's see, put that together, see if that makes a bit more sense. Okay, so we repeat that same little bit, but with some variation now. So we have, again, the open A string, then the 3rd fret, strike the chord. We're then going to go up. This time I'm going to allow myself to include the top E string. 3rd fret of the A string again, onto the B flat, then down, up, down. Over to the C chord, the bass note, then down. And we're going to then have, so this is opening up the A string, playing the chord again, and then moving on to the D minor chord. Okay, that figure then repeats again with some variation. So open on the A, 3 on the A, strike the chord, We're now going to go down, up, down. Then we're going to play the 3rd fret of the A string again onto the B flat chord, and go down, up, down. Then going to do another downstroke, and as we do, we're going to slide the whole chord up to the C. Play the open A string, and then do the strum of the full C chord again. And then back to the D minor chord. Okay, so that's the intro. So let me put all of that together slowly for you. Okay, you might have noticed there, sometimes I didn't bother going onto the full D minor chord. I find it easier when coming from that position sometimes to just land like this with the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the A. Sorry, on the 2nd fret of the G string, sorry, the A note. And the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. To give you basically a D power chord. If I'm not playing the top E string, it doesn't really matter. I just find that a little bit easier to get to, rather than going for the full D minor every time. But you can, if you can get to the D minor every time, then definitely play it that way. It'll probably sound better if you do, especially if you do accidentally catch the top E. But if you can't, then feel free to use that shape there rather than playing the full chord. Just remember, don't play the top E string if you do. Okay, that moves us on then to the solo. Okay then, the first solo goes like this. Okay, so we're going to start here on the 7th fret of the D string. We then have the 7th fret of the G, then 5, 6 on the B. Okay, we're then going to do a quick hammer on and pull off on the B string, 5, 6, 5. Then have 7 on the G, 5, 6, 5 on the B, then 7 on the G again. Okay, we're then going to play 5, 6 on the B, and then we're going to slide quickly from 6 to 8 on the B. We then have 6, 8 on the B, and then do a quick slide from 8 to 10. So we then have 8, 10, and then slide that up to 13. So far we have... Okay, we're then going to play 10, 13 on the B string. Okay, so far we have... Okay, we're now going to go on to the top E string. We're going to play 10 to 12. Then do another quick hammer on and pull off 10, 12, 10. Then have 13 on the B. 10 on the top E, 13, 10 on the B, 12 on the G, 10 on the B, 12 on the G. We're then going to do another quick hammer on and pull off 10, 12, 10 on the G string, and then we're going to bring that back to the 9th fret. Then play 10, 9, 7, all of that on the G string. Okay, so the solo so far then. Okay, we're then going to come back to the 7 on the D string, 7 on the G, 5, 6, 5 on the B, we're then going to play 7 on the G, then 5, 7, all on the G string. We're then going to slide from 7 to 5 quickly on the D string. We then have 3, up onto the A string, 5, do a quick hammer on to from 3 to 5 on the D string, then back to the 3. Then up onto the A string we have 5, 3, 5. We then have 5 on the low E, 3 on the A string. Okay, so the second half of the solo. Okay, now play the whole thing slowly. Okay, and at that point we'd jump into our verse.